Prison time, house arrest, or probation. The judge in the Bill Cosby case will weigh the options when day 2 of the actor's sentencing gets underway tomorrow. Eyewitness News reporter Joe Holden was inside the courtroom for today's proceedings, and he joins us now from Norristown with what happened. Joe, good evening.
Yuki, good evening. And usually victim impact statements, which is what happened here this afternoon, can be explosive moments inside the courtroom. It was the exact opposite in here, as family for Andrea Constant very clearly outlined how she changed after 2004. And for Andrea herself, she told the court in 12 seconds she hopes that justice is served. He's certainly not the actor he played on TV. Those words out of the mouth of a fiery District Attorney Kevin Steele, tearing down the lingering facade of America's dad before a packed courtroom. Bill Cosby sat without much reaction as prosecutors called for a prison sentence of 5 to 10 years. That's on a merged single count of aggravated indecent assault. Cosby's defense team has insisted he's old, blind, and the victim of a public hysteria, and that he also should be given house arrest. Attorney Joseph Green told the court the suggestion that Cosby is dangerous is not supported by anything but frenzy outside. Steele responded to say he should get a pass because he's too old, that it's taken this long to catch up to what he's done. What they're asking for is a get-out-of-jail-free card. Some of Cosby's accusers sat stunned in the courtroom while his lawyer attempted to explain how that court of public opinion factored into his downfall. Attorney Gloria Allred believes the court should not only lock him up, but also rule that he is a sexually violent predator.
I think as to a number of the accusers, they feel that what was done to them was sexually violent, and that the person who did it to them is a sexually violent predator.
Now, aside from the sentence of perhaps jail time, house arrest, or probation, the judge also has to make the determination if Bill Cosby has to register for the rest of his life as a sexually violent predator. Now, coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, there was a stark contrast in the courtroom from one side to the other. Lots of accusers, prosecutors, and press on the one side. The other side, not so much. I'll break that down in 1 hour. Live outside the courthouse in Norristown, I'm Joe Holden, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Joe, thank you.